Namaste, good morning. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to take you through this hands-free yoga practice. So no weight-bearing poses on our hands, our wrists, and our arms in general. Most of the poses will be done standing up, but this is still going to be a pretty powerful flow. So really working on your balance and working on strengthening through your legs. Let's begin warming up. We're going to stand up tall. You can stand right at the top of the mat. Feet hip-width distance apart like you're in Tadasana, your mountain pose. Lengthen your tailbone, engage through your lower abdominals. And we're gonna bend our elbows out in front of us. We're gonna do cat and cow with this cactus shape in the arms. So as you inhale, you're gonna lift your heart up and squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. As you exhale, you can round and contract, dropping your forehead towards your biceps. So keep going in and out of those two poses. Try to really isolate this motion in your mid and upper back. Keeping your legs firmly grounded. Keeping your elbows lifted at shoulder height. One more cycle. Inhale. And exhale. Coming all the way back through to center in your mountain pose. You can just kind of slide your left hand down your leg, reach your right arm up and into a side body stretch. You can kind of push out into your right hip, let your head be heavy, neck relaxed. And you need to use strength in your obliques to lift back up through to center. And we'll switch sides. So right hand down your thigh, left arm up and over. Pulling and stretching from your left fingertips to your left hip. Squeeze, come all the way back up and through to center. And we're gonna bend our knees generously, folding forward, ragdoll fold. And you can either just let your arms dangle and rest towards the mat, or you might wanna hold on to your elbows, adding a bit more of a traction. So we are stretching into the backs of our legs here, but we're also trying to decompress and create space along the spine. So really let yourself dangle and get even heavier in this pose. Release the hold of your arms. You can bend your knees generously and push into your heels to come all the way up inch by inch. I'm just going to move back a little bit on my mat here to make sure I'm within the shot. You can place your hands on your hips, or you can keep your hands at your heart, whatever helps you balance the most. We're going to lean on our left leg, pull up through the quads, and squeeze to lift your right knee up as high as it'll go. So what we don't want is to hike our right hip up. Try to keep the hips leveled and really just work on hip flexor strength to lift that leg up. And then we're going to straighten that right leg any amount. Try to push into your heel. You're going to feel it. Flex your foot. Lift up through your toes. Standing pigeon pose, Tadha Kapotasana. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Bend into that supporting leg as you send your hips back. So remember, hands can be at your heart or hands can be on your hips. You can even reach your arms out to the side if you're feeling wobbly a little here. Try not to dig your toes into the floor. Let's press to lift up and release, shake it out. We'll go to the other side. So lean strongly on that right leg. Find your balance. Keep your hips leveled as you squeeze to lift that left knee up as high as it'll go. Pull your lower belly in. Grow a little taller from the pose, and then maybe straighten that left leg. As if you're kicking into a wall in front of you. Tadha Kapotasana, standing pigeon pose, left ankle over the top of your right knee, flex into that left foot. Send your hips back, move your chest forward, big stretch into that outer hip and glute. Press to stand, release, and shake it out. Making sure you are at the top of the mat with your feet hip width distance apart. Find a high lunge. So left foot steps all the way back. You want to bend generously into that front knee. You might need to bend a little bit into your back knee as well. Arms extend up overhead. So anchor down here. Get stable through your legs, and we're going to open into a twist. Left arm forward, right arm back, as if you're pushing something down with your palms. Sink your hips even lower. Come all the way back through to center, facing forward, and this time let's exhale to tilt. Reach your arms back, palms facing down, still bending into that front knee. Inhale, back to your high lunge, Ashtha Chandrasana. Exhale, tilt it forward, pull the belly in. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, tilt, come into warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3, as you lift that left leg off the mat, any arm variation you'd like here. At most, you're parallel to the ground, no more than that. And we'll be coming from here into our tree pose, Vrikshasana. Come all the way up. You're still balancing on that right leg, and you can place your left foot somewhere along the inside of your thigh or of your shin. Maybe your hands stay together at your heart, or you can extend your arms up overhead. So really challenging our balance this morning. Bring your hands back down through to center, and let's release. Shake it out. Let's go do the same thing on the other side. So start in your high lunge. Step your right foot as far back as you can get it. Feet are still hip width distance apart. Bend into your knees and go ahead and lift on up. So really long through your spine here, and maintain this length even as you open into your twist. Right arm forward, left arm back, as if you're pushing something down. So keep that energy going all the way through to your fingertips. Come all the way back through to center, and as you exhale, tilt forward. Big diagonal line from your head to your heel. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lean and tilt forward. Last one, inhale, lift up. And this time as you lean, find your warrior 3. So you're balancing on your left leg, trying to keep your hips squared, rolling your shoulders away from the floor. Engaging through your abdominals in this pose. And we transition to Vrikshasana, our tree pose. Right foot somewhere along the inside of that leg. Straightening your spine a little more, maybe the arms open up. Draw your hands down and release, shake it out. Last little bit here, go ahead and turn so you're facing towards the long edge of your mat. Heels in, toes out, your feet are wide. We're coming into our goddess pose. Squeeze your glutes to push your knees open a little bit more as you sink on down. And we're gonna lift our right heel off the floor. And you can kind of pulse and push here, really working the arch of your foot. And bring your right heel down, switch sides, lift that left heel. Try not to let your ankle wobble. Bring that heel down, and maybe you'd like to lift both. Definitely a balancing act. Whew. And you can bring your heels back down, let's straighten the legs, turn your feet in so they're parallel to the tops of the mat, fold on down. Any arm variation you'd like here. Just decompressing and stretching down into the backs of our legs. Let it go. Asking yourself what your one-word intention is today, what you would like to focus on. Maybe choosing one word. And you can lift yourself up a little bit just to toe heel your feet closer in. Find Malasana, your yogi squat. You can use your elbows to push your knees open a little wider. And come to take a seat any way that is comfortable to you here. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's join our palms together at the hearts. Choose your one word intention and let's set it with the chant of Om one time. Inhale to chant. Big breath in. Thank you so very much for doing this hands-free yoga practice with me. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these on my channel. I know that it's very common to have wrist injuries or just for our wrists and our hands to be sore as we practice, especially if we're newer to the practice. So let me know. I'd be happy to make more. Please subscribe and hopefully I will see you again very soon right here on the mat.